To continue this problem, we're asked to use the table feature of our graphing calculator to generate a table of values for the function. Using second graph will take us to the table and choose values within the practical domain and practical range. And what we found previously was that our practical domain, I'm just going to put PD here, was 0 less than or equal to h less than or equal to 10. So I'm going to choose the following values for h: 0, 2, 4, 6, and 10. So let's see how to use our table on the calculator to help us fill in the table values here for C of h. So on the graphing calculator, I'm going to start at the home screen, go to y equals, then I want to enter my function 5.25. In this case, we're going to use x instead of h, plus 20. Now my function is entered into y1. I want to go to table set and check the values there. So I'm going to press second and then window. My table is starting at 1 and it's incrementing. Delta table means change in table. It's incrementing by 1. My independent and dependent should both be on auto. And if these are not the settings on your table, you can use the arrow keys to move back and forth or change the values here. To see the table is above the graph. So I'm going to press second graph, and that's going to get me to my table. What is represented here are inputs for the function that I'm looking at and the corresponding outputs. My first input is 0. The first input for the table is 1, so I need to go back 1 using the arrow keys. So at 0, my output is 20. So I'm going to write that over here for C of h. Now I'm going to read the values from the table. My input is 2. My output is 30.5. I'm going to write that here, 30.5. When my input is 4, my output is 41. I'm going to write that here. When my input is 6, output is 51.5. That goes with the input of 6. And when my input is 10, I need to see what the output is. I'm going to scroll down using the arrow keys, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 72.5. I'm going to write that here. The third column are my ordered pairs, so I'm going to write the ordered pair for each input-output section of the table. So 2, 30.5, and then 4, 41, and then 6, 51.5, and 10, 72.5. Now I'm going to follow the instructions that were on the previous page. I'm going to draw a good graph of the function in the space below. I recommend that you press pause and go ahead and do that also in your workbook, and then the video will pick up right after I do my drawing and you can see how well you've done. So your good graph of the function should look something pretty close to what I've drawn here. We have our vertical axis is labeled with the name and the units. Our horizontal axis is labeled with the name and the units. Our tick marks are labeled. I've actually plotted all of the points from the table and labeled a couple of them here. Notice the line does not extend past the value of 10 for input because that would be outside of the practical domain. So take a look at your graph and make any corrections that you need to, but what you have should look a lot like what I've drawn here.